This is Texans TV.
We take a deep dive into the quarterbacks and continue building the franchise.
Any transaction that we can make that makes sense to get us better, we'll do it.
It's all next on Texans 360.
We are ready to rock in Houston. Rock and roll.
Oh, let's go!
Guess when you think you've seen it all, there's always something else.
Texans 360 is now, and we're so very happy that you're with us. And us is me, Drew Dougherty, and my good pal Clint Stoerner of Sports Radio 610 in the afternoons. Plus, he played quarterback in the NFL as well as at Baytown Lee and University of Arkansas. We've got a lot to get into. I got your opinions that you need to get out there, but we're going to do so much on the show because we're surprising some folks with the head coach. We're also getting going on Texans Care Volunteer Day. But speaking of getting going, Clint, Phase 3 of the off-season conditioning program began on Thursday. That's OTAs. That's practice. That's real football with an asterisk. But a lot of people poo-poo that and say, OTAs aren't that important. Not the case.
It frustrates me when people minimize OTAs and off-season workouts, and especially in a time like today where it's in the spotlight. I just think it's invaluable. Getting into OTAs, I don't care if they're in sweats. I don't care if they're in helmets. It doesn't matter if it's half speed. Getting that chemistry, and then also obviously learning the basic X's and O's is very important.
Yeah, and like you said, it doesn't matter if you're the Super Bowl champs or if you're a team like the Texans with a lot of new faces. So you were out at that first OTA. You got to see some of it. First impressions, what did you see from the guys that are going to suit up this fall?
Well, there's a lot of newness. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. There's a lot of newness out there, and there's a lot of individual right now going on. I love individual periods. I mean, to me, the coach in me loves to see when coaches are sweating during an individual period, and they got as much energy as the players have. And so a lot of that going on today. The one thing I really liked that I saw was the secondary, that the guys that you expect to be impact players appeared to all be there and be active and involved. Love the fact that Caserio is really working both fields and really evaluating. That guy doesn't waste 1 second of an opportunity to evaluate this roster. So the roster's in good hands. The coaching staff is cleats in the turf, and they're turning dirt, man. They're sweating. So it was good. It was good to see. And again, like I said, it appears that, half speed, sweats. Don't let that fool you, because that's important work going on.
Indeed. And there's other important work going on as far as the team is constructed. And with all of that in mind, it's time to take a deeper look. And we're building the Texans.
Nick Caserio comes in, his first draft that he's fully in charge of. This is his baby.
It's draft time. It's my favorite time of year. I love it. I know that we're not putting anybody in Canton tonight, but we can't get excited about these players.
They always ask, are you going to the draft? There's nothing there other than the podium and the people cheering. The draft really happens in the NFL facilities. It's going on at NRG Stadium, and they'll be at it tomorrow night with pick number 67.
There's no one set formula. Ultimately, the players are going to dictate how big of a role that they have, what their role on the team is going to be. And the only way that we're going to push each other and challenge each other is to have as many people and players with the same mindset. And they want to be pushed. In order to be great, you have to demand greatness from one another. And our responsibility is to bring people in the building that have that sort of mindset, that want to improve, that want to be coached, that want to get better, that aren't afraid of competition, regardless of the circumstances.
We evaluated everybody, but I would say we delved deep into more players that were beyond the 30th best player in the draft. More focused on the middle class, so to speak, of the draft, because we knew that those are the players ultimately that were going to be staring at us on the draft board.
We talked through really every scenario, like if it's this player or these 6 players, what players are we comfortable with at 67 or moving up or moving out? You just talk through scenario after scenario, and then it's my job to make sure the guys are constantly getting information. Hey, call more people, let's make sure our information is on point. So by the time we got to kind of game day, for lack of a better term, we were prepared. We'd had dress rehearsal after dress rehearsal. And so now it's just time to type the pick in the computer and submit it and make them a Texan.
With the 67th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Houston Texans select Davis Mills, QB from Stanford.
We're going to turn the pick in here in a minute, and we're going to make you a Houston Texan. We're excited to enjoy it with your family. We'll circle back with you here in a little bit. Coach Cully is sitting right next to me here. He's going to get on the phone, so we'll visit with you here in a little bit, but congratulations.
David Cully, head football coach. Love the thought of you being a Texan. Tell him I hear him in the background. I hear him. Yeah, tell him get him some boots now, okay? Hey, well, listen, I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations. Happy for you.
Played in good programs, played for a really good coach in Coach Shaw, who's had a lot of good offenses. A good size, fairly accurate thrower, gets rid of the ball fairly quickly, real smart. So when you look at the attributes that go into playing the quarterback position, we felt that he had a lot of those qualities.
Davis Mills' pro day. It was a steady rain that day. Davis showed a lot of composure, threw the ball pretty well. He's a very natural thrower. He handled the elements well that day as far as his accuracy and putting the ball on his receivers pretty well.
Obviously very humbled to take on this new challenge in the NFL. Just can't wait to get out to Houston and meet the staff, meet the coaches, meet the players, and start putting my head down and get to work and start earning my teammates' trust.
To the end zone! Touchdown! Nico Collins, there it is! A wide receiver touchdown!
Can't wait to get you here, all right? Hey, a Houston Texan. That sounds great, don't it?
I would say there was a handful of players that we had graded at a certain level, and as we were working through the draft, some of them started to come off fairly quickly, so we felt we were kind of in an area where if we didn't draft a player at that point, there's an opportunity you might lose them. Is it worth risking and waiting to see if in fact that player will be there, or if you have enough conviction about the player, if there's an opportunity for us to move a few spots. So there are some qualities I'd say that are unique to Nico that made us want to make the trade and move the way we did.
Really good ball skills, really good hands, kind of brings a size element. And then when you meet the kid, great personality, really good kid. We knew what kind of person we were getting. The guy's made a lot of big plays on a big time program against good defensive backs.
This is a lot of emotions, man. I'm excited. You know, I'm just anxious to really get to work, man. It's a dream come true. It's a blessing. And, you know, it's nothing but God, for sure. He put the work in today, and it paid off, man. I'm happy.
The day 3, there was some players that, similar to what we talked about on day 2, we had sort of earmarked, and we had a feeling that, okay, there's a chance these players are going to start to go, so let's take a handful of picks, maybe a few picks, and then maybe move a few slots just to make sure we've solidified and get that particular player.
The Houston Texans select Brevin Jordan, tight end from Miami.
And he hurdles a tackle, dives for the pylon. You saw the skill set right there, and there's his best weapon, the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
There's joy in crying. You should be excited, and this is tears of joy. So we're excited to have you here. So here's Coach Cully, and we'll get you moving here in a little bit. All right, thanks.
Look, just like Nick just told you. Listen, hey, we just want you coming here to be the best pro you can be. I know this has been a lifelong dream of you to do this. Now you get the opportunity to do this, and we can't be more excited for you to be a part of our Texans.
He's been productive in the passing game, running catch, good with the ball. So offensively, when you have players like that can run, can catch, are good with the ball, you like having those types of players on your team.
I came in as a true freshman, deer in the headlights freshman, and I earned my spot. I had to come in and compete. I had to come in and earn the spot. So I think that's just going to help me, going into the NFL, playing with the Texans. I'm going to have to compete, and I'm going to have to, just earn the trust of my teammates.
The Houston Texans select Garrett, Wallow, linebacker, TCU.
He's in trouble and dropped again. Garrett Wallow makes it 4th and long.
We're going to make you a Houston Texan, so you don't have to go far. You can stay in the state of Texas here. So you're the type of people, the type of person that we want to have here. So just come in here, work hard, do the things that you did at TCU, and that'll be enough, okay? Instinctive player, runs well, a good tackler. Again, played in a good, I would say, defensive system. Coach Patterson at TCU. His skills translate to what we're doing defensively and is similar to some of the players that we have on the team currently. A+ football character. Everybody talks about that, but it does matter. It makes a difference. Coachability, willingness to take coaching, improve, handle adversity, adjust, handle transition. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it, but when you have more people like that in your building, it pushes everybody along because it forces you to meet a standard and the expectation of, like, this is what we want.
His energy, his juice, his passion, the way that his teammates responded to him from a leadership standpoint. He was around the ball a ton, kid with very good instincts. sniffs out the ball really well, can run.
Especially just seeing something you've been working for your whole entire life just manifest out and come together. It's just a beautiful thing, and I'm just ready to get started for the Texans.
The Houston Texans select Roy Lopez, defensive tackle, Arizona.
Hey Roy, how you doing? How's your day going? All right. All right. You don't have to wait any longer. We're about to make you a Houston Texan. So, congratulations. Congratulations. And he's a very successful wrestler. And really, wrestling is about positioning, and it's about leverage, and playing defensive tackle is a lot of the same things. It's about technique, it's about hand placement, it's really about pad level. So some of those skills actually translate over into football, and you were able to see some of that in Roy's play. So strong player, instinctive player, probably a little bit more of a run player than a pass player. And again, really high character, football work ethic, and a toughness and a grit about him, which is something that we liked.
Final pick out of Arizona, Roy's in New Mexico State. We had known of the player in New Mexico State as a junior in 19. We keep tabs on him. He grad transfers to Arizona. Played in 5 games this year. Showed strength, toughness, leverage.
I mean, it's a dream come true. It's something that you think of as a kid, and you have no idea it's coming until it's coming. And you put countless hours of work in, and it comes full circle, and it's just a blessing to me and my family. So, you look back on all the sacrifices you made, and just know that it's all worth it.
You're just trying to push one another and just create a sense and an urgency on a day-to-day basis. And hopefully the rookies, when they walk in the building, will understand this is a new chapter, and the expectation that nobody's on scholarship anymore. So this is a responsibility and a job that you have, and the only way that you're gonna maintain your status in the league is to actually treat it as such. And if it's not good enough, or they're not good enough, then we have to replace them and find somebody else.
It really is a day-to-day thing for these guys, because they had so much training. And I think now, just coming into a new environment, a new building, their heads are spinning, they're getting information thrown at them a lot. It's really just taking it step by step, day by day. Here's where I'm going, here's my position coach, here's step one, and then move on to the next day.
Everyone's being evaluated on a daily basis, and so the evaluation process, the team building process, it truly never stops. We'll constantly be churning, and any transaction that we can make that makes sense to get us better, we'll do it.
The Texans and their fans fan out around town to do some good. Texans 360 continues. We're back from the Ford Studios. This is Texans 360, Drew and Clint. And the Texans love doing good things on the field. They're always striving for a Super Bowl, but they fan out all over the place to do great things off the field too.
Yeah, look, no matter what the status of the program is or the organization is in terms of rebuilding, or you're in the playoffs and you're a contender, there's a huge opportunity and really a responsibility for professional athletes and NFL franchises to give back. And Cal McNair, the McNair family, and the organization as a whole, including the legends, Wade Smith, current players, Justin Reed, those guys give of their time, and it's big time. It's important, and they do a heck of a job.
You just brought up all those names, and all those names got together recently for the Texans Care Volunteer Day.
We're here today at the Boys and Girls Club, the Chevron Pantry, and we're partnering with the Houston Texans and other companies here from Houston to pass out food to folks in need. We're proud to be the volunteerism partner with the Houston Texans.
To have a day dedicated to volunteering for our whole organization just speaks to the fabric of the organization. This is very important to us, being champions for the youth, being champions for our community, and really giving back.
We have organized about 500 volunteers that go around the city, 5 or 6 different spots. This is one of the spots, and they volunteer alongside us. We go shoulder to shoulder with some of our fans and some of our great corporate sponsors like Chevron, and try to make things a little bit better.
First opportunity for us to be in the community, and it's exciting to be here. We're happy to be here, happy to be a part of this. some things are a little bit more important than football, and this is an opportunity for us to show that, and the commitment level from the organization, from Cal to Greg to a number of different people, so that this is what it's all about in the end.
My fellow Texans teammates are the best in the business, and they care so much about our community, and so it's great to stand side by side with them today all across the city, just to give back. And I'm so grateful for all the work they do to make our organization great, and then today they're doing everything they can to make our city great.
At this location for Texans Care Day, we are helping out the Houston Area Women's Center. So we've had volunteers sign up with the Houston Texans to do all kinds of bags to help people who need services from Houston Area Women's Center.
John Weeks here out of beautiful Herman Park, having a blast, getting some good work in, giving back to the community, doing what we love.
Hi, I'm HCC Phoebe. And I'm HCC Tiffany. We are prepping to build a dog park that everyone's been asking for. We're so excited. Go Texans! Go Texans!
When we return, it's time to talk about the quarterbacks in camp. Don't go anywhere. This is Texans 360. Texans 360 rolls on. Clint Stoerner joining me. Okay, you're a quarterback. You played it well at high school, college, pros. You coach it now on the side. You know quarterbacks, so let's talk about quarterbacks. You got Tyrod Taylor. You've got Davis Mills. You got Jeff Driscoll. I'll get that out, Jeff Driscoll. What do you think about that? And Deshaun Watson's obviously on the roster too. What do you think about the quarterback room for the Houston Texans so far?
I think the quarterback room is in good hands currently, all things considered, right? You don't know who's going to be the long-term play here. You don't know what Davis Mills, the third-round draft pick, you don't know what he has to offer.
Yeah.
The one thing you do know is that Tyrod Taylor is a guy that's been a journeyman, been a career backup, has played well when given the opportunity. So I think you, as a coaching staff, you've got options in the quarterback room to either bridge the gap or get a peek into the future of what the Texans quarterback position is going to look like.
Let's chit-chat a little bit more about that new guy, Davis Mills. Yeah. Let's talk about what you've seen from him because, you know, I have an untrained eye, obviously, and when I saw his Stanford tape, it looked to me, the way he moved, the way he threw, I was like, that kind of looks like a skinnier version of Andrew Luck. And I'm not saying he's Andrew Luck. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it reminded me of him. And you can see the Pep Hamilton, David Shaw influences on him as a quarterback. Is that right? Am I off base? Or?
No, I think it's very fair. I think when you look at the size, 6'4", 225, I believe, very similar to Andrew Luck, maybe not as thick, but very similar. And I think when you look at style of play, you athletic enough to be mobile, but not a guy that's gonna convert third and longs with his feet kind of deal. A guy that has the ability to make all the throws that the NFL game demands of a quarterback. And so, yeah, I think it's a good comp. I think it's a fair comp if you're just talking about who does he remind you of.
Right.
But look, I'm excited to see this guy in person. I'm really excited to see him in OTAs, to see him in training camp. But really, when you look at the film, when you talk to David Shaw, his college coach, when you talk to the guys that evaluated him in depth and at length, the things you hear, take it for what it's worth, sure. But the things you hear are really, they're really encouraging in terms of what this guy could possibly be capable of.
All right, good stuff. We're going to be back with a little bit more Texans 360 after the break. And we've got surprises, literally, so don't move a muscle. Texans 360 continues. Drew Dougherty, Clint Stoerner. Clint, David Culley, the head coach, has energy in limitless forms, does he not?
Yeah, there's energy through the roof, no doubt about it. And you sense the coach immediately when you speak to him. And so he's going to be a fun one to cover, no doubt about it.
Indeed, and he's a fun one to surprise season ticket members with, which is what we did recently.
This is Coach Culley. I'm about to surprise some Houston Texans season ticket members. Go Texans.
We couldn't be here were it not for our fans. We've got some of the best fans around, and joining us now is the one, the only, Luis Gonzalez. Luis, I'm Drew Dougherty. It's great to see you.
I'm super excited. I mean, I've been waiting for season tickets, I think, over 10 years now. So I've been in line waiting.
We got somebody we got to bring in here. Hold on a second. Can we pull that up? There we go.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
How you doing? Welcome to the Texan family as a season ticket member.
Oh, well, look who it is. It's the head coach, Rush. David Culley. Look at that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Well, let me tell you something. It's a pleasure to meet you. And let me tell you, I am so excited for you. You couldn't have come in at a better time. Hey, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. This is awesome. I can't believe I'm talking to you, Coach.
You can't believe it. Yeah, it's real. We are talking. And let me tell you something. And listen, my excitement level just went up like 8 more decimals. I'm so excited. Listen, that outfit you got on right now, that chain around you. Let's hold it up. Let me see that.
You see that?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got it. Let me tell you something.
We wear it every Sunday.
What a great outfit.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, go Texans.
Going to be good to see some of those faces in the building this year. Hey, there were limited fans in 2020. Let's wipe that away, right?
Yeah, no question. Look, I'm excited about it. Heck, being a media member, I'm excited about being able to mingle with the fans coming in and out of the stadium, being able to feel the energy and electricity in the stadium when good and bad happens, obviously. So, yeah, having fans back, it's going to be fun.
And you can experience game day together by scanning the QR code that's popping up on the screen right now. Go to HoustonTexans.com/tickets if you want more info. For all the folks that put this show together, I'm Drew, and we will see you next time. Until then, go Texans. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.